Alright, motherfuckers, I'm back. And we got Little Beast Brewing Company out of Oregon. And this is the Maker Series, and this one's called the OG. The OG. And it's Orzata glazed donut inspired beer and Blue Star donuts and coffee. So right there, you can see that. Let's see what else it says. Our small batch collection of food-inspired collaborations aim to highlight the exquisite craftsmanship of regional specialty food artisans. And we got a pint, and it looks like it says cinnamon, rice, and vanilla, 5.9 ABV. Surprisingly lower than I thought it was going to be. And what's the rice about? Not sure. All right, let's crack it open and see what we got here. Lower ABV than I thought it was going to be. Normally they're really sweet, kind of heavy, but we'll see. We'll see what it is. Oh, shit. Not the color I thought it was going to be either. Let's just give this a try. All of our preconceived notions have been broken at this point. Ooh, we got some floaties. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is when yeast, the yeast have, the yeast cells have died or whatever. Or no, it's the other way around. The yeast has eaten all of the sugar and created as much alcohol as they possibly could. They yielded everything they could, and then they died. But there's no harm to that. Like, it might look a little grody, but it's there's no harm to that whatsoever. You might burp a little bit extra, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Not quite as thick and syrupy and sweet and gooey as I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty nice. And a lot more palatable than I thought it was going to be. So it does have some sweetness, but it's kind of like a mid-low sweetness. It's not super sweet for being inspired by donuts. You do kind of get like a donut vibe. It's not necessarily like a maple bar or anything like that. It's more so like just like sweet bread or something. And it's not bad at all. I don't pick up a whole hell of a lot of cinnamon. Is that what it said it had? Cinnamon? Cinnamon, rice, vanilla. Yeah, I don't pick up a whole hell of a lot of cinnamon. It might be really subtle, but this is pretty tasty and easier drinking than I thought it was going to be. All right. We got Ariana Evans Cherry Pie with Rum and Oud. And that is in the Kaizen 2E, K2E base. 4 ounces. We got some nice stock art here. No problem with that whatsoever. No problems with stock art. All right. And you can see right there we got nice side label. And this was actually given to me by Peter himself. Just sent for free. So that never happens. So thanks, Pete. I definitely appreciate it. And this looks like a good one. We got the red and black going on here. Nice scent on this one. I honestly thought I was going to like it more, but that's fine. It's still a nice scent. I definitely get the cherry right out of the gate. I guess it wasn't the kind of cherry that I was hoping for, and that might be the problem. This kind of smells like a cough drop or some shit. Like, I thought the rum and oud were going to make it more boozy and dark and warm. And this isn't a bright scent by any means, but the type of cherry just is prominent to me. And it's not the type of cherry I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a ripe, sweet cherry, and then the rum was going to make it a little bit boozier, which it's not that boozy in my opinion. But it is what it is. Still a pleasant scent, and I'm going to get some enjoyment out of it no matter what. We got it whipped up right here in our Lancaster Razorworks bowl. staple of my daily shaves. And we got some Alpha Shaving Company. If it'll focus, there we go. It's having a hard time with that one. Alpha Shaving Company, the Outlaw handle in red. And then we got a AP Shave Co. Gelousy Badger Knot on top. And a very nice looking lather whipped up with K2E. I have never used it before. So, I've used Kaizen, I've used K2, and pretty much every other iteration of A&E, except for this latest formula, K2E, with emu oil. That's what the E stands for. So, we're going to give this a shot, and I'm almost guaranteeing that I'm going to enjoy it, but we'll see what happens. So, very nice looking lather. It's a somewhat firm soap, if that matters to you. Still easily pliable. It's not triple milled or anything like that, but somewhat firm. And I just love this brush here. I love the handle aesthetics. And then I love the AP Shave Co. Gelousy Badger. It's about 60 bucks if I remember correctly. Gelled tips, obviously, with a name like Gelousy. And it's just like a fucking pillow going across your face. Like, no scrub, just softness. And I really do get a lot of enjoyment out of this AP Shave Co. Gelousy Knot. It's one of the ones that I readily recommend. And this lather's looking great. As expected. I mean, that's pretty much expected with Ariana Evans, the shaving shop. Very nice. And I got so much more to pull from just sitting in that shave bowl over there. The scent strength is about 5 once lathered and on the face. Very nice. Very nice. I do think that I like it better once lathered rather than off the puck. It kind of, the cherry does take a little bit more of a back seat, and I think I appreciate that because, like I said, the cherry note specifically wasn't the kind of cherry that I was hoping for. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's take another swig of our beer before we get to shaving. Dry the hands off. And now we're back with the JJ Shorty from John June. And if you're unaware, this is just a gold dollar that had been modified and honed by John June. So very cool stuff. Translucent red scales and a oversized like barber's notch there. Very cool stuff. It's a somewhat short blade as well, if you're unfamiliar with that. And this was actually gifted to me by Marion the Barbarian, who actually sometimes stocks and sells these John June razors, so that's dope. Alright, let's get into it. Now, if you remember, last time I shaved with this, the edge wasn't really to my liking. It was the first impression of this razor. And I didn't actually reach out to John June. I just posted my shave of the day and tagged him. And then he asked me, he hopped in, my DMs and asked me, he thanked me for using his razor, and then he said, did you enjoy your shave? How'd you like the razor? And I told him, I was like, I love the razor. It's a cool little razor. I really liked it more than I thought I was gonna. you know, obviously I love red scales, or the color red, and I think what he did with the modifications was really cool as well. But I was like, the edge honestly was not to my liking. You know, and he said, well, you know, I churn out a lot of razors sometimes, and you know, it's possible that a bad one got out. You know, and I was like, hey man, no problem, man. I don't give a shit. Getting a new edge on it is a piece of cake, and this was a gift, so I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Shit happens. But you know, he told me, hey, you know, give it 100 laps on the strop, and then, you know, revisit it. And if you still don't like it after doing that a few times, then he's like, if you send it back to me, I will put a new fresh edge on it, put some new custom scales on it, and he offered to nickel plate the razor, the metal. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, whoa, bro, whoa. I was like, it is not that big a deal, man. I was like, whatever happened probably happened during shipping, and it's just not that big a deal to me. Like, I could get a new edge on it, you know, with barely anything out of pocket. I could probably get a new edge on it for free from one of my friends. Like, I was like, it's not that big a deal. I've heard nothing but good things about John June's edge, and so, you know, it's not like there's any reputation lost or anything like that. I've heard nothing but good things about John June's edge from my friends and people that I trust. So no big deal, man. And I basically just told him, hey man, no need to go all out for me. You know, I don't need custom scales and nickel plating and all that. I appreciate it though. I really do appreciate it. Anyhow, so I gave it 100 strops, possibly more than 100. I lost count because I was just going and going and going and going. And honestly, I never strop my razors 100 times. Just being honest. But never had a problem like this either. So the stropping isn't the issue. I will say that first pass with the grain did feel pretty damn similar to the first time that I used it. Pretty damn similar. Not much changed, and that's what I expected. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, it's possible that, you know, an edge that's laser sharp would become a bit smoother with 100 laps. But that wasn't the experience I got with that first use with the razor. It didn't feel laser sharp. It was cutting, but it didn't feel laser sharp. If anything, it felt like it was kind of tugging, maybe. It just felt uncomfortable. It didn't feel like it was just smoothly gliding through the hair. And I think that's what made it uncomfortable. It was still cutting. It just didn't feel like it was cutting super smoothly. And 100 strops didn't really change much. I still felt that same way on that first pass, so it is what it is. Nothing to be mad about. Like I said, it's not to the point where I won't pick it up and shave with it, because it's not that uncomfortable. It's not actually tugging really, really bad. It just, It's just slightly uncomfortable. You know, that's it. That's all. So I will be trying to get a fresh edge on this from one of my friends. And there are those burps. Sorry about that. All right, against the grain. It just kind of feels like the hairs almost have enough to stop it, you know. Almost, you know, like it's still cutting. But it just kind of feels like the hairs are a challenge. So if I had to guess, something probably happened during transit, whether it was, you know, from John to Marion or from Marion to me. I'm guessing something happened somewhere along the way. Soap is still very enjoyable, doing its job. It created one hell of a lather. That was pretty much expected. Get that line nice and tight. Yeah, the killer lather was pretty much expected with A&E. The scent on this one's pleasant. Not bad. And overall, I think this is it's been a nice shave. Like I said, definitely cutting. I don't want to gross you out, but definitely cutting. So that's not it. It is cutting. You know what I mean? Very nice. Whenever I can crush that inverted J-hook with my opposite hand, that's always a good feeling. I'm just like, man, I fucking nailed that one. Because sometimes, you know, my hands are a little bit shaky. It's, that inverted J-hook's kind of a weird one. Alright. I think once I do get a different edge on this razor, though, it's going to be lights out, because I really do like the short blade length. I didn't realize it would, you know, have an impact on me, but kind of did. It kind of did. I enjoy that I can like really maneuver around the beard with a shorter blade. And I guess that just makes sense, you know, doesn't it? It's like, you know, whipping a full 2-inch blade around a full beard is, you know, kind of a balancing act. You're always kind of being wary of the potential damage you could do to your beard lines. And the smaller blade just makes that, you know, that precision, you know, detail work a little bit easier. Alright. So, 2 passes up, 2 passes down. I think we got ourselves a nice shave. Hopefully I don't get too much irritation from that edge, but if nothing else, the experiment has been complete. Did 100 strops. Didn't change much. I have a feeling if I were to do it one more time, not much would change either. Just being honest. But it was worth a try. It was definitely worth a second try. But I think I'm going to send it out and maybe get another new edge to me at some point. And then, maybe in the future, I'll send a razor to John June so that he can put a fresh edge on, and I'll give that one a try. Alright, let me grab the good old Lancaster towel, because it still was a nice shave. Alright, here we go. Lancaster red today. And I'm either talking too much on the intro or talking through too much throughout the shave, or maybe I'm just fucking taking my time. But I was doing pretty good there, getting under 20 minutes. And then it seems as of late, getting under 20 minutes is fucking impossible. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just because I've been doing, straight razor shaves and comparison shaves. I don't know. Don't know. Just talking too much. Alright. I will get the rest off cam. Do not have a matching splash because I was only gifted a shave soap. And so I figured I'd grab something else with cherry in it. And this is So Sharp Limited's Not a Tribute from Phoenix Artisan Accouterments. And this one is sandalwood and cherry. And this has a industry standard quality restrictor on it. Round of applause for PAA caving into my demands. I appreciate it. And that restrictor worked flawlessly, giving up the aftershave with no issues whatsoever. Anybody who says otherwise doesn't know how to use an industry standard restrictor. Oh, and this one on the other hand smells very nice. This one, I love the mix of cherry and sandalwood. Very pleasant. It's what I call a casual banger. Alright. Very nice. So, good shave after all. It didn't really matter. So, thank you, Pete, for the soap. I appreciate it. I really do, man. I really do. Marion, thank you for the razor. I appreciate it, bro. I really, really do. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the shave. And I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.